Hey guys, welcome back. Well, today I'd like to take this SG1203 Ripsaw tank I've had for a while out for a little drive review today. Because, as you guys can see in front of you on the video here, got some snow finally. It's been pretty much a snow-free winter here. And this is by far the most snow I've had. It's still not very much, about 2 to 3 inches on the ground. But I thought it'd be really nice to take this Ripsaw tank out and see how it does in the snow. And I did a little brief test here, and this is a very wet snow, so it tends to get packed in the tracks and the wheels here, and then that actually jammed up the tracks. So didn't do quite as good just in my little brief test as I thought it would. But we'll take it out here more towards the road where it's slushier and see if it does better out there. And this thicker fresh snow on the yard here is untouched. It's just a little bit too heavy of a snowfall in terms of the water content. This is a very wet snow. A powdery dry snow, this tank's gonna have a lot easier time in because it's just gonna throw that around, where this wet snow tends to pack. Well, what slipped and fell there. Let's take it out here and see how it does in the road. Yeah, see, it's doing a lot better out here than it did in my yard. Get it out of the road. I think we got a car coming. Yeah, whoa. Thought I might be able to get it up the side there, but as you can see here, the one track is a little bit packed with snow. So you kind of have to sometimes just knock it against something to get that snow out of there. And it should go now, see? It has those nice white LEDs here up on the top. So it looks pretty cool. But again, a really wet snow like this is not exactly as ideal as you'd think because it just packs inside of everything. So let's take it here on my driveway where we have some tire tracks, which means the snow's packed down. Yeah. See if we can make it up. Oh yeah! Got some momentum going there. It's not doing too bad. It needs to be, the snow needs to be packed down, or it needs to be slushy, because otherwise it just gets rammed, jammed up in there, and jams up the track. Yeah, this is pretty fun. It's just, again, if this were a powdery, dry, ski resort type snow when it's really cold out, this would do better. It's gonna be able to throw that snow around, and it won't clump and stick to it. Oh, let's see if we can get out of that. Yeah, got a school bus coming. Yeah, it's getting a little jammed up in that one wheel. Boy, I about fell again. It is slippery out here. So I'm gonna lightly bump this against see if we can get this track here's bound up a little bit. There we go. So as you guys can see, that really wet snow is causing a bit of a problem with this Ripsaw. Obviously a real Ripsaw would not have these problems in the snow, but a remote control one like this, it is struggling a little bit. Typically a tank design is going to do the best in this kind of conditions, but we're just, driving this on a little brush motor setup. Yeah, it looks really cool though. I was looking around on YouTube here briefly before I brought it out, and there was surprisingly, there's a lot of videos on this tank, but there was quite a few people had driven this in snow, and I thought maybe I might be one of the earlier ones to do it. Well, not early, it's been out a year, but not everybody lives in a climate where they get snow. It's one, you have to be in a climate that gets it, but they must have done okay, or they did in a much drier snow than this, because I'm really packed in there, as you guys can see. In fact, it's lifting it off here. So There's not much more I can do. I gotta knock the snow off and let it dry. So yeah, it wasn't much of a dry, but I wanted to see how it did in the snow. Let you guys know if you're someone who might have had your eye on this. Let me set my controller down. If you had your eye on this Ripsaw for a while, and maybe you thought, you know what, maybe if I could get this and drive it in the snow, that'd be fun. Well, as you can see, if it's a wet snow, it's not very good at it. Again, I'm positive a dry, powdery snow is going to be no problem for this, unless it's deep. You need to have a snow that's under a couple of inches. Otherwise, it's just going to be too deep for it. But a wet snow, it's going to have to be less than this to even have a chance, because it just packs in here like cement. And you're going to constantly be knocking it against something to try to get the snow out of the tracks. So yeah, not as ideal as I thought, but that's what I wanted to see, give you guys an idea on this, and let you know. This is a fun tank to drive under dry conditions, just in the summertime, around the yard, even indoors in your house if you have some room. So if you're interested in this tank, I'm certain these are still available. I'll include a purchase link down in the description to this. If you want to help support the channel and you're interested in this, just click that link and buy it through there. It won't cost you a cent extra, but it'll help support me so I'm able to get more products like these, tanks and cars and drones to review, to let you guys know what I think of them. All right, guys, that wraps up this quick snow drive of the Ripsaw SG 1203 tank. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. If you have any questions or anything you want to say, feel free to leave a comment. And be sure to thumbs up and like this video. I don't get near enough of those, and I wish I got more of them. So please do like the video. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.
The power of the dark side.